We are going to make a pot of gold this morning. I am using Prima 5-inch black balloons. So I'm just going to inflate some air to make sure no holes. And we are good. I'm just going to fill it with some water and I'll be right back. I just made him be a little baby. I'm always making these little babies. Okay, we are going to need 4 5-inch balloons. And they are going to be sized to 4.5 inches. So I have my sizer. And size, would help if I put more here. Okay, 4.5 inches. And then you're going to create a pair. So you have this. And we're going to make another one. Good morning. Yes. Pretty Pop Creations. I am in my room. That's the good thing about these smaller things. Thank you, CMR. Okay. So, you're just going to make a quad. Like this. And again, I have Prima. These are 18 inches. And I may make another one after this, but instead of 18 inches, use a 12-inch. We'll make a mini pot of gold. I'm also going to be using Sempertex 260 black. And all of the balloons I will be using today are sponsored from balloons.online. So I am going to cut just a small piece, and then we're going to tie it 3 times. So we have this. Now you're going to drop that right into your 18-inch balloon. And now this 260, I'm going to snip just the end so that it is completely open. So I have made, it's so hard to see because I'm wearing black. I've made the knot, the raisin, go to the top. I'm going to hold that while I grab the 260 and wrap it around. So I wrap it 2 times, then take the other end and wrap 2 times in the opposite direction. And thank you for sharing the live, Tessa. I appreciate it. It's tricky tying it with one hand. Now I'm going to tie it one more time. So you will end up with this. Okay, now this balloon, we are going to size it, well, inflate it first, and then size to 14 inches. Let's see. Tie it, and we will end up with this. So now with these 260s, we're going to just wrap it around your quad and tie it. Twice, of course. So we have that. We need to add the water weight. These 260 ends were a little long. So I am just going to grab it by the neck. I'm going to wrap that neck around the balloons a few times. No tying required. That should hold her up good. Next, we want to get another black 260. So I am going to inflate this one. Let's see. So I did 6 pumps, but I think that is going to be way too big. So I'm going to release some air. I think that can be a good size there. Hi, Customs Crafty. And I'm going to trim off that extra end. Along with the nozzle, I'm just going to cut it off. We don't need it. When we put the gold balloons on here, it's going to secure this. So we are not using any glue just yet. I have never used TufTex 260s before. I've used the rounds, but not the 260s. So we're going to be trying those out today. And I didn't even use them with this. This is Reflex Gold Sempertex. So I am going to start with 4 balloons. And they are going to be sized to 3.5 inches. And I'm going to show you the difference of this gold than the Reflex gold, because I already see a difference. create a pair. And we're going to create another pair. But I just want to show you the difference. I don't know if you're really seeing it on the camera, but there is a difference. But they're both gorgeous. So I need to make another one. And all of these balloons, yes, all of these gold will be inflated to 3.5 inches. Trying to get away. Now we need to make 4 pairs. Not quads, just pairs. And again, 3.5 inches. Pair. Here. So we're going to take the quad and we're going to tie it in with the black balloon neck. So I'm just going to wrap it around and then tie it. So it should be like this. And we're also going to need a 260. I'm just going to use Reflex Gold. We're going to cut it in half. And I'm going to cut off the little tip of the uninflated end, the closed end. And now we are going to tie this onto a balloon neck of one of your quads, or your pairs, sorry. And we're going to connect another pair. So that we have this, and we're going to do it one more time. You've been there. Okay, so now I can connect these. So I am just going to go right under the gold quad. Let me fix this. So you should end up with this. Now I'm going to go under again. And should end up with this. And I forgot we need to make one more quad of gold. Why do you feel like you're crooked? Okay, we need one more quad of gold, 3.5 inches. Okay, we have a quad. Now we are going to place this on top. You want to grab a nozzle from your bottom quad. Wrap it in and tie it. Thank you so much, Isabel. So you will end up now like this. And when I originally did a pot of gold, this was exactly how I did it. But then last night when I was looking at the video, I thought, no, I need to add a little bit of oomph. So that's where the extra gold came in. Now I think you can really see the difference of the golds. So we are going to add some pearls, aka some more gold. And I'm trying TufTex for the very first time. We're gonna see. I definitely feel different. And I just want to show you the difference of when I stretch compared to not stretching. I'm just going to inflate 2 pumps of air. And release some air. They feel alright. I know they're going to be good. Everything TufTex is good. Switch into my smaller table. Okay, I'm going to take the 260. And I'm going to tie it in with one of these balloon necks. So I'm just tying neck to neck. So now we have it attached. Now we're going to make pearls. So I am going to pinch and twist. I am twisting towards me. And if you could see that little bubble, I created another one. And I'm going to keep making pearls. The great part about doing it this way is it's attached, so it's not going to come undone. This may be easier for some, especially my Pascalina. And I'm just going to keep making pearls until I run out of glue. I'm liking the way they feel. Yeah, you think this would be more easy? Perfect. Now there are some that I don't add this way. It's static happening. I see somebody on YouTube is saying, please don't pop. So we got lots of little pearls. I am going to snip that. Tie it before it comes undone. And now we have this. And I am just going to do what I just did. Now I'm going to tie the other end with a neck of this set. How many pearls? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ended up getting 25 pearls. And we're going to do another one. It looks good with the pearls. Perfect. I wasn't 100% sure when I was doing it this morning. Just looking at it and I'm like, does it need more? Does it need less? And I'm going to do the same thing. We are going to tie it. Just trying to figure out. Okay. I'm going to tie it with this knot. I am making more pearls again. Give the balloon a squeeze. I am just continuing making the pearls. I'm going to snip the end of this. Oh, and I let a couple go. Don't do that. I let two go there, but that's okay, because I will get them back. And now I'm going to pretty much do the same thing I did on the other side. Yeah. Now we're going to tie it in with a neck. So this is what we've got going on so far. That was only two. I think I've got to use about 5 more. Okay. And we are going to tie this one in as well. I'm going to tie this one in at the top. And I'm just tying it with one of the nozzles of one of these balloons. And again, we're going to make some pearls. So if you can see, I've made one. Am I making 2 today? I think I'm going to make a smaller version. Some of you don't have 18-inch balloons, so I think I'm going to do a smaller version. And so far, I think I'm liking these TufTex 260s. I'm not going to speak too soon. Yay, you got it. And I'm just going to keep twisting and squeezing. I usually will make 2 balls and then squeeze. You have to try this, Liz. That would be awesome. If you guys could tag me when you make the items, I will repost your videos. Okay, I'm going to snip that off. We are going to make these go somewhere. Let's make it go around there. And then I'm going to tie it in to a pair over here. I don't leave myself much room to tie. Okay, so I believe that was 3 of them. We're going to do 1 more the same way that I've been doing them. And then we're going to do a set that is not going to be attached. but you could still do it attached. So again, I'm going to tie it with the neck from one of these. You're excited? Good, good. Just snipped the end, tie it. I left myself enough space. Yep, everybody is excited for the carousel. It's going to be all gold with hot pink metallic horses. I'm just thinking where to add this one. Let's go under here. I am going to be using some glue dots, yes. But for this part, I'm showing that you can tie it in, but you may be right, and maybe I'm going to start using them now. And I'm just going to tie this back to the center. Yes, it is a lot of gold. I wish it was real gold. Okay. I am taking out the glue dots. When I find it's too hard to tie, that's what we are doing. I lost one of my bubbles. Good morning, Aurora. Okay. I'm going to add a glue dot right there. And thank you, Louise. Let everybody know we are making a pot of gold. Okay, I let it go and it went again. It's okay. When is the carousel? I am hoping next week. I'm just waiting for the balloons to come in. I'm going to be working with Allison directly. super excited. She can't wait. Okay, that's what we've got going so far. And we're going to make some more pearls with these TufTex that you can get from balloons.online. I just did 2 pumps. And I released air before tying. So I made my first little pearl. Hello, Grand Rising. I'm holding that pearl right there so it doesn't come undone. Now with my fingers, I am pinching with this hand. I am twisting towards me. Give it a squeeze. Give it a squeeze. So every 2 bubbles, I like to give it a squeeze. This is what I've got so far. Oh, you like this color gold? This one is actually, I think, called Gold Luster. Just saying golden, but yeah, just saying golden, but I believe it's Golden Luster. And just so you see the difference. And I know we still need to do some distorted balloon flowers. I'm working on that for you guys. Okay, Sia Moore says she prefers the Sempertex. This one is a bit too yellow. It is. It is yellowy, definitely. Whereas the other one is more like a white gold, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to give it a little snip. And I'm going to tie it. You can't wait for the distorted balloon class. Okay, now I'm going to tie the 2 ends together. Probably could have done this for some of the ones that are already on there. So now we have this. And now we could tie it in, but I am going to cheat and use the glue dots. So I just kind of stuck it onto the top. sit over here like it's falling out of the pot. Okay. Now I'm going to make a couple more of those. Again, I'm going to use a glue dot. And where are we going to go? Okay, I'm just going to add a glue dot to a pearl. They undo themselves. You got to keep practicing. Keep trying. I know they can be a pain. They come undone on me as well. And we're going to touch it over here like it's dripping right out of the pot. We need some more, a little more drips. Where are we adding them? I'm gonna go right there. Thank you very much. And always rub your glue dots when you put them on. The rubbing creates heat, and the heat activates the glue. I think we need another one over here. And we've got another set. We're gonna go right there. Get rid of this garbage. I need to make a mental note. I need a trash can in here. Yes, this would be for St. Patrick's Day. Just coming up. Okay, let's take a look. What do you guys think? And again, I will show you with the Sempertex. So this one is Sempertex, This one is TufTex. Thank you very much. Now how about we do a smaller one? Oh, and that is why I kept going to the side. I gotta fix it. 1 second. She kept wobbling to the side and I couldn't figure out why. So that one was 4.5 inches. Okay, I am just going to tie this one. Just gonna wrap it around. And now I think we're going to sit proper. She's still tilting a little. I have 11 inches. We're going to want a black 260. And I'm going to cut a little bit of the 260. We just need a little piece. And we're going to tie it 3 times. If you have a linking balloon, you don't need to do this part. We are creating our own linking balloon. So now I made a little raisin. I'm going to put it inside the 12-inch balloon. And hold on, because I think if I show you, I'm going to show you the same method with a clear balloon, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I made the raisin. In Balloon World, we call this a raisin. So now you can see it. I believe you guys can see it. I'll just use this. You're going to take a 260 piece. Perfect. And yeah, I heard you can use a marble. It'll be bigger though. So I wrapped the 260 and I'm going around 2 times. Now you take the other part of the 260 and wrap that around a couple of times. Sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. That's okay. I forgot to cut the end of the 260. Tying it with one hand is a little tricky. But hopefully this helps for you to know what I'm doing with this one. So I'm going to need another piece of 260. I already have the raisin in there. Probably half or so would be good. And yes, use a scrap balloon. It's cheaper. Normally I do. I think I only did that because I wanted to know exactly how many 260s. Okay. So I brought that little raisin right to the top. I'm going to take the 260, wrap it around, and Louise is 1000% correct. Use scraps. I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to tie it one more time. You will need 4 5-inch balloons for the bottom. Okay, I'm going to inflate the 5-inch. And we're going to see what size. Let's see, about 4 inches. Okay, so I size them to be 4 inches. Probably could have went smaller, but we do want to add the balloon weight, the water weight. Snare. Okay. All right, so we have our quad like this. Now, let me see what size we shall do this one. I picked it up and it was right on 9 inches. So let's see. We are going to have this one at 9 inches. How many years have I been doing balloons? Balloons in general since 2001. And decorations, I think 2014, 2015. It was right around the same time I started the YouTube channel. So now with your 260 ends, I'm going to wrap them around your base and tie. And they may be a little long, so you could trim those off, and you could always use that again another time when you're making another raisin. I'm just going to add the weight reminding me of an egg. Okay. You are very welcome. Now I'm going to get another black 260. And I'm not sure how many pumps we're going to need. That's way too big, but I did 4 pumps and I'm going to release some air. And again, I'm going to cut this off. That could definitely be reused. It's quite a long piece. This is going to sit on the top. Let's see for a second. I could have made that bigger. We're going to pretend it's bigger. And then we are going to need 16 5-inch balloons. And we are going to inflate them to be 3 inches. First we're going to make a quad. Okay, I have my 3 inches. Pair, repeat, and now create your quad. So we are going to make 1 more quad and then 4 pairs, all the same size. And I'm going to check for some scrap gold to do this next part. So I cut a half of a 260 in half. So I just tied it on. And now I'm going to do the same with another one. Okay, so those are tied in. I'm going to do that again with another set of pairs. Okay, let's start putting it together. I feel like this is too small. I'm going to go a little bit bigger for this one. Yeah, it is bigger. that one's just going to place there. It doesn't need any glue. And now your quad, I'm going to put it on the top. I'm going to wrap the nozzle around and tie it in. So you'll end up with this, and that helps to keep that 260 on there. Now you're going to take one of these sets and slide it right under the gold quad, so you'll end up with this. Then we're going to take the last set and we're going to slide it under the gold again, the other way, and you'll end up like this. And now we're going to add this quad right to the middle of the first quad we put on there. Wrap the balloon neck around your balloons. And tie it in with another neck. So you will end up like this. Now if you wanted to, this could be your pot of gold just the way it is. Or you can add 260s and give it some more oomph, as my mom would say. So we're going to add some 260s. Okay, I am going to tie into one of these balloon necks. So I'm going to tie the neck of the 260 with the neck of the 5-inch. So we are going to make pearls. So I made my first one. So remember, you are going to grab / pinch with your left hand and twist with your right hand. No rush? Okay. Thank you. And always give your 260 a squeeze. Squeeze. So I'm going to give a little snip. And tie that in. Okay, I'm just going to take this now. Go in there. Yep, that's good. And I'm going to tie it with one of the nozzles from the top quad. You can also use glue dots. So this is what we have so far. And we need another. So I just tied this one. You are very welcome. I tied this 260 to this pair. And I'm going to make some more pearls. So I am just going to go in between. And I'm going to grab a glue dot and let go of my balls, and I lost 3 of them. But I got them back. Thank you, thank you. Let me trim that off. Get in there. Thank you, Corinne. Okay, we are going to stick you right there. And maybe another one, maybe one more. I don't think we need as many. I'm going to make this one without tying it in. So with my left hand, I am grabbing the balloon, you can see, and I'm squeezing it. My right hand is going to twist it. So let me show that again. So I'm squeezing it, my right hand will twist it. And I'm twisting it towards me. Now I'm going to place it in between my fingers, and now it's not going to come undone. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab it. I'm pinching it. My right hand is twisting it towards me. And you want to give your balloons a good squeeze. So I usually make 2 bubbles and then I squeeze. Thank you very much, Amore. Give it a squeeze. So remember, keep a hold of that first balloon. And Pascalina, if it helps you more, tie that into your pot of gold. And then make it. Thank you, Dawn. We are almost getting to the end. I'm going to give it a little snip, snip. You will try it? Okay. Tie that. And then I'm going to tie it with this one, the one that I was holding. And now we have them like this. We kind of want them to just twist around each other. Trying to find a good spot. Maybe right here. And you could tie it in or you can use a glue dot. Glue dots are faster, so we're going to do a glue dot. And I'm going to just trim off the not so pretty ends. Okay, we are going there. And then we're going to glue it to the side of the pot. You could definitely have more of these coming out. We are just going to do one for now and pretend there's more. So we got a mini pot of gold and other size. Thank you, thank you.